Hello everyone, you all are most welcome. Here we will discuss about institution. Earlier we discussed about association, community, society, and here. So we will come to know what is institution and what are the differences between institution and association. So, human needs are endless. A variety of association organizations have been formed to meet these needs. Some rule and procedure are made for the efficient functioning of this association. So here one thing is very important, that if there is association for a specific purpose, and in any association you will find there is any rules. There is some rules for running that association. For that, these rules and procedures are called institution. Actually, these are called social institution in the language of sociology. So, institution is nothing. It is norms. It is values. It is rules. It is law. It is clear that a social institution is a system of rule and procedure. Rule and procedure. Here I make that meet a specific need of human need. The term institution was first used by Herbert Spencer. Already it is asked in MCQ and NET examination. In first principle, according to Spencer, the institution is the organ through which the execution of work in society. So, what is institution? It is norms, it is rule, it is procedure, system of rule and procedure. Just remember. So, in the ordinary language, people use the company, association, institution in the same sense. But in sociology, it is not same sense. Association is visible, but institution is not visible, because association has some people. But in institution, there is no people. In institution, there is rule and regulation. So there is no body for rule and regulation. Now, we will come to understand the definition. Institution was first used by Spencer in his book First Principle. Later on, Sumner in his book Folkways. Institution was broadened, explained formally. According to him, the institution origin is not one, but it developed slowly. The initial form of institution is an idea. It has been developed from idea, and the institution begins with the idea of human being. Fulfillment of the idea comes from the idea. By repeating this idea again and again, it becomes habit. When an idea becomes habit, attending a need, it repeats itself again and again. Habit again and again repeated becomes idea repeat become habit. Habit repeated become folkways. When many people start repeating, then it becomes folkways. It collective sentiments. It is folkways. Folkways means norms, you can say. And to the general. Then it is transfers from one generation to next generation. It goes to if it goes, then it becomes a stereotype. Most people of society follow it. Gradually, many of the other order and prohibition are included in tradition. So you will find that the journey of idea, I am just telling you, idea become habit, habit become folkways, and folkways become customs, and customs become mores. In sociology, there are some specific meaning. Mores, and mores become institution. That is called institution. Is not only single rule, that is all rules, tradition, modes, everything is here. MacIver page, we are seeing the definition of MacIver page. We call an institution in the form of a state of an established practice that express the characteristic of collective action. According to Green, the institution is an organization of certain publicities and localities which as a unit carries out many social functions. And Eqbal established method of meeting certain basic human needs according to Robert Baer State. So institution is an organized methodology. As Merrill called social institution as a pattern of behavior. So it is actually procedure. Everyone talking about the procedure, rules. On the basis of above definition, we come to conclusion the institution is the first organization of procedure. All scholars have view on this matter. The second thing is that the requirement of fulfilled by them. Requirement. Green, Bogardas, Eqbal, Nimkov and Merrill have highlighted their definition. According to these people, the organization is only fulfillment of basic need of human being. Robert Baer State mentioned important point to his definition. Acceptance of institution should also be obtained. Here we will see the characteristics of institution highlighted. Some key features of institution are being mentioned based on various definitions. System of law and norms means it has rule and it is invisible. There is laws. Symbol. In institution you will find there is symbol. Every organization or association must have some symbol. This symbol can be both physical or non-physical. It is also necessary to have cultural equipment related to institution of cultural equipments. Exchange, transfer, heritage. Institution is transferred, exchange gaps from one generation to next due to the recognition of institution, useful and collective recognition. Suppose someone is doing namaskar, salam and good morning from one generation to other generation. What is this? This is binding of laws. There are laws in institution. Changeability. Institution also, laws also change due to the need of the society, according to the need of society. Need of society change, purpose change, then the norms change. One of the main feature of institution is variability. Institution has the quality of decoration. So, abstract in nature due to compilation of rules. The institution is abstract in nature. So, these rules cannot be seen and touched. We cannot touch the institution. Well-defined objective. There is well-defined objective in institution. Group sanctions. Till a group of rules and procedure are given collective approval, it cannot be called an institution. So an institution is sanctioned by group, by an authority. So suppose there is tradition in society. So tradition is an institution, and tradition is followed by the people from generation to generation and accepted by group and sanctioned by group approval. Function of institution. So here we will see in short point function of institution. You have already understood about the institution concept. So function of institution, it is human need. It simplify our work. Without institution we cannot work together. Carrier of culture. It is as I have mentioned earlier, it is the carrier of culture. Position of rule and determination. Institutions determine the status and function of individual who is going to do work related to which post. It is already decided. With this, each person performs certain tasks related to their positions. Assistant in social change. There is usually no quick change in resources, but our institution and method of their fulfillment change with time and situation to bring conformity in behavior. So it is also very important function of institution. The most important function of institution is also social control. Institutions play a major role as a means of social control. Institutions are related to all aspects of life. It is through these rules that a person performs his social work. Institutions are conservative. Therefore, their followers also become blind believers. They do not soon recognize any new idea and practices. In such situation, the development of personality of the person is also hindered. Distinction between institution and association. People often use the term institution and association in the same sense, but there is a lot of difference between these two. Here are differences. As I have already mentioned earlier, institution is invisible and association is visible. There is no fixed limitation of to institution. Its scope of work is, but association is fixed. As institution keep transferring from one generation to other generation. Institutions are conservative in nature. No person can be member of the institution. But other hand, you can understand the institution is the organization of rule and procedure. Association is a group of individuals. You can find that in UGC net there are some options. You have to pay attention upon these differences. The association having institution of rule and procedure and tangible. Construction of institution is not abrupt, but a creation of association is gradually takes care of certain objectives. The spirit of collective welfare in the institution. Collective welfare. But association, selfishness, personal interest. Association which is of permanent nature is of temporary nature. In institution is permanent and association is temporary. Institution has a specific symbol. This symbol each have a name for the association, and adherence to the rule of the association is only mandatory for the members. But in institution, it is not mandatory, it is compulsory. The association being written and formal also play very important role. But institution can be written or unwritten. These are the differences. So hope you could understand it easily, and you pay attention the differences and the concept. In UGC net, mainly questions are based on concept. So remember all the points. Thank you very much.